on, guys? It's your boy SlimReacts, man. I'm back in the car with another so fresh and so clean new video. We got we're gonna be reacting to this why the 2019 Celtics didn't work. Now, if you guys, you know what I'm saying, I talk about this a lot with my friends all the time. 2018 Celtics, or excuse me, 2017 Celtics, that season where Hayward got injured at the beginning of the season, then Kyrie was out, and we lost to LeBron in 7 games. But the 2018 Celtics, where everybody was healthy, didn't work out, and they lost to the Milwaukee Bucks in like 5 games or 6 games. So let's hear JJ Redick's and Tatum's take. This was recorded in 2022, early 2022. So this is right around that time that Celtics team made the turnaround. They started winning games with Ime Udoka and them. So yeah, man, let's react to this here.
Do you think it's hard, even as good as you are, as good as Jaylen is, as good as Marcus Smart is? Do you think it's hard to maintain a consistency of results without continuity in the ancillary pieces?
Yeah, I do. And I think each year is very unique in itself. Our chemistry was the best I've had my first year. But if I'm being honest, even if we would have beaten LeBron in Game 7, we weren't gonna beat Golden State. I think my second,
or Houston too. My friend actually made a good point. He's like, if that 2017 Celtics team went up against that Rockets team with CP3, and they didn't even have CP3, but Harden single-handedly would have sent us home in like 5 or 6 games, which made me think. Even against the Warriors, I mean, KD was going crazy. So yeah, I mean, I would have loved to see us make the finals, but I feel like LeBron deserved it for sure. One man show, 2017 Cavs, like he had no help. So
my second and third year are two of them. Year 5 are my two most frustrating seasons looking back.
So interesting. So 2019, where they had Kemba and bubble Jayson, they had a February Jayson Tatum going crazy. That team almost made the finals too, but they lost to a Toronto, which that team won the finals the year before. It's the same team essentially, just no Kawhi or Jeremy Lin or anything. But
year 2, we were the most talented team in the NBA, and I believe that obviously even with Golden State. I think we split with them 1-1 that year because we only play them twice. And that was the year that KD got hurt and Klay Thompson got hurt. And
I think the Celtics, if they were fully healthy, they could have beat that Golden State team, and but they had to beat the Bucks, and Giannis obviously that's when he won his first MVP. Yeah, he just went crazy. I mean, and then Jrue Holiday's presence, and then that Bucks team was pretty much the same Bucks team since like the mid 2010s, bro. Throughout like the early 2020s, Jrue Holiday, Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez, Giannis. You weren't beating them.
The Raptors went to the championship, and it's like obviously they had Kawhi, and he played amazing, but for whatever reason, that bothers me that we couldn't figure it out, because I know we had more than enough talent. And then the bubble year, my third year, when we lost to the Heat.
Oh, it was the Heat. Self-neck. Yeah, the Heat were on one that season for sure. Jimmy Butler was doing the 2018 LeBron carrying.
We were winning every game.
We
lost in overtime in game 1. We was up 14, I think, in the third quarter of game 2. We win game 3. We gave up a lead in game 4. And in game 6, we kind of ran out of gas. But I think you have to, when you're in those moments, when you are that close, you really have to hone in of you got to think this may be my last chance. And I think
two more chances after that.
And I remember when we lost, I was pissed because I felt like we could have and should have beat them out, but the Heat were a really good team. But there was a part of me that was like,
the Celtics had more talent than the Heat. I mean, they had Kemba Walker, Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum. They had Tice. They had a better point guard, better shooting guard, better Tatum or Butler. I'm gonna have to go Tatum over Butler just because Tatum was going crazy that playoffs. And then they had we don't have Al Horford, so we had what do we have Tice, and then we had man, I don't even know for real. Like I don't even know. Actually, I think it was Smart or Kemba Walker, Marcus Smart at the 2, and then JB and Jason Tatum at the 4, and then Tice at the 5. And then who was our bench? We had I think we had I don't know if I don't think we had Scary Terry anymore. Yeah, I don't even think we had a bench like that for. We had Robert Williams who was still young, Grant Williams. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like, I got 15 more years, and it's like I've blinked, and it's year 5, and it's like
It's about to be year what is it? Year 8 for him, which is crazy.
this should go a little faster than I thought.
He's what 27, so he has like another good 10 years in the NBA. Of his prime though, I say he has another like it's like 7 years of his prime. So when he turns like 33, 34, and then he'll start to fall off. But he'll still be really good. I feel like he's gonna have a LeBron type of longevity, Tatum, because I don't know. He's just tough like that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you one other thing about the rookie season, the LeBron dunk in Game 7. Obviously, everybody watching it at home went crazy like that. Did that feel like obviously at the time you're playing, you're not thinking about the significance of it or anything like that. But did you feel like that game, even though you guys lost, was a big moment for you, or just losing was the frustration was there and you kind of didn't have any thought afterwards except frustration?
Both. I was fully aware of what
you had just done.
I had just done. Like right after the game, I remember as soon as the game ended, everybody, especially after the playoffs, you dap each other up.
That game was on my birthday too. I was in New York that day in my hotel. I remember watching highlights of the game on my phone, and that's what everyone was talking about at the time, like Tatum dunking on LeBron. I mean, it sucks we lost, but that was like peak life right there.
The next, good luck and stuff. And I remember I had talked to Brian for like a minute straight. We were talking, and in that moment, I realized what I had just done, how close we were, and that was kind of the like, all right, I'm gonna be pretty good for a while. Like I think the world realized it. LeBron had realized it at that point. I was 20 years old, and I remember like obviously being upset. It was Game 7. You want to go to the finals, but I remember like, I'm gonna be pretty good at this.
I want to follow up on that second year, that 2018-2019 team, because there's a lot of speculation about that season, about that locker room.
I think the main problem was Kyrie and his selfish attitude. Blaming I think I saw like like a whole like timeline, and it was during a Magic game. I think it was like where they lost to the Magic, and Kyrie went off like on Al Horford and everything, just went off on the teammates, and that's what like really started it. And then Kyrie had poor performances against the Bucks in that series, which ultimately led to Kyrie wanting out. So I think one of the main reasons was just Kyrie's attitude. That's why we didn't really do well those 2 years with him. But
and you just said, I think something to the effect of we couldn't figure out. Why do you think that is? Why could that team never fully gel into what it could have been?
It was a combination of Kyrie and Gordon coming back, and they were obviously.
I'm tripping. We had Gordon Hayward in 2020, soft neck. So it was Kemba Walker, Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, or Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, and then Tice. I forgot we had Hayward that year. Out of the 2 years he was with us, I think 2020 was the better year that he had. He was more efficient. Yeah, 2019 he came back after the injury, obviously. So
we know what Kai is capable of, but Gordon was coming off an All-Star the year before, and
facts.
was and still is, you know, a very, very good player. But then you have myself and JB and Terry that, you know, naturally we wanted more. You know, we were young and
Facts. Scary Terry was
you
a
know, we
different.
knew we just, you know, to be, you know, the guys. And everybody was, I think, a little, you know, resistant of, instead of like, no, like we're all playing for the same goal. We're all going to get paid. We're all going to be all-stars or whatever. And I think life would just be better if we all win, like if we win a championship. And I think everybody played a part in that. I know I did for sure. You know, as bad as I wanted to win, I wanted to be, all right, we all knew Kyle was the best player, but I wanted to be number 2. And you know, I, you know, take responsibility for, you know, some of those things. But just looking back on it, especially, you know, the Warriors not even being full strength in the championship, of like you can't help but think like that could have been us.
To your defense, as a 20-year-old who just the previous year had the playoff run you had, I think it's human nature to want more at that age, to think you have this amazing runway, this very, very long runway where this championship window is huge. It's massive. I think that's just human nature, and I don't think that's necessarily a fault. I mean, you can certainly look back now and be like, oh, I would have done something different.
For sure.
It's human nature. When you watch the Hornets play now, though, are you like, fuck, man, I wish we had Terry. He's awesome. I love watching him play.
No, I've always been a fan of T-Row. And I think just the way that the Hornets play, like just how fast and free and how, you know, well they move the ball. You know, they're one of my favorite teams to watch. You know those Thursday nights, 7 o'clock league pass games. You know, I always like watching those guys play.
I'm actually surprised they're not on. They're not on national TV
because
more.
Of LaMelo, they should be.
They're one of the most fun.
Be,
They're actually in my top 3 league pass teams. Easy.
Bro. Hey, man. That was a good breakdown, good take of why that 2018-19 Celtics team didn't, you know, work out. I mean, the man Tatum just stated the obvious right there, man. But the main reason that obviously Tatum, he's friends with Kyrie, he doesn't want to explicitly say, but the main reason was Kyrie. And just, you know, the team chemistry wasn't there like it was that first season. Okay, that was, yeah. Let's read some of the comments though on this video. Yeah, you beat LeBron because LeBron was Cleveland at that time. Like, like when you thought of the 2017-18 Cavs, it's literally, oh, LeBron. Like the rest of the players are they're not that they're nobodies. They weren't up to his level. They're washed. Most of them were washed at the time. We would have the Warriors if we had beat LeBron. Yeah, they wouldn't have beat the Warriors. I mean, Steph Curry and KD. KD got injured actually, so they probably could have. Facts. But no, man, this is a crazy, you know, it's a good take by the man JJ Redick. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. As per usual, drop a like if you enjoyed. Comment down below to ask right to next. Subscribe to this channel if you do. Other than that, I'm SlimReacts, and I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right.